Another shooting happens in the white community and the racist media just goes crazy. Of course, the media has to paint the suspects as white supremacists, well, because they are white. That is the way the liberal media wants to get laws changed so they can coerce the law enforcement to make laws that allow the arresting of all people that disagree with them. I'm going to try my best to calm my African American brothers down and explain that all white people are not like this. I'm going to throw in that all cosplayers are not like this as well. You think that with as many good cosplayers that are out there, that would not have to explain this, but it seems like liberals like to group people into groups. I'm a common sense guy, and I know that just because a lot of black people kill a lot of black people does not mean that I would think that I should hide my black brothers from every black person. I do not tell my black friends to hide just because I see a black person across the street. I'm not going to jump in front of another black person because my black friend is walking and they is about to approach another black person just because 90% of black murders in this country are caused by other black people. Well, that would be wrong. All black people are not the same. There are nice black guys, there are jerky black guys, and there are, heaven forbid, I know the media hates this, but there are black supremacists as well. And most of them belong to the Nation of Islam. Sometimes they come out with good information, but sometimes they say stupid stuff like calling me the white devil, but I know it's because they love me. I know what you're saying, get to the point. Really, what does it matter what color someone is or affiliation anyone is with when they commit a crime? Unless they are the enemy. I mean, if we had a constitutional declaration of war on a nation of cosplayers because a nation of cosplayers attacked us, I can see going after the nation of cosplayers. I think, however, that our founders would look down on declaring war on any civilian of the United States. Why? Because as one of the perks of being a United States civilian is having rights such as the right to free speech, trial by jury, guns, and of course the state's rights and a right to property. If you are a civilian of that nation, you have the rights defined by that nation. I know there are rights granted by God, but that is for another blog. No man can take these rights away, and just because you are a cosplayer does not make you as bad as these cosplayers. Cosplayers have been involved in crimes previously before, or especially Joker-obsessed people like the Colorado shooter, and we had a stabbing involved with a cosplayer convention nearby where I lived. I did not see us making laws to stop cosplaying. I just thought you might want to know that these suspected murderers were cosplaying because the media is sure making it clear that they're white supremacists. But whether you like the white supremacists or not, and if they are civilians of the United States, they have a right to free speech, guns, trial by jury, etc., etc., and etc. You should never be denied those rights, even if you are a black or white supremacist either. I hope you should be able to do what you want as long as you do not violate someone else's rights. But at the same time, some crimes are between you and God, and you will always be judged whether you like it or not. Now, I know some of you are saying, but Biff, what is the solution to all these massacres? Even if you take all the guns away, rounded up all the cosplayers, you will still get crime, especially in heavy tax and protected places like Brooklyn, Chicago, and Los Angeles. For instance, in the case of Daniel St. Hubert, we find that by arresting the cosplayers and taking guns away, we did not stop the cruel death of Prince Joshua or the horrible injury of 7-year-old Michaela Caspers, who were both stabbed. Daniel was not a cosplayer that we know of, and neither did he use a gun. Now, I know that 2 police officers might have been saved if we arrested all cosplayers and took away guns, but how is the lives of 2 police officers more important than the lives of 2 innocent children? One thing we do learn that Hubert had a list of previous offenses, and if we did more to keep the criminals off the street like Hubert and thought less of taking cosplayers off the street, we might have prevented the death of Prince and the injury of Michaela. Why don't the national media cover stories like this? A deviant Daniel St. Hubert who escaped the justice system, which happens time and time again, and then does what is predicted, committed more crime. Do you see how we might have stopped the death of 2 police officers, but we could have stopped the killing of the innocent? All we have to do was punish the guilty, not the innocent. Do you see how this works? Punish the guilty, save some lives, because aren't all lives worth saving?